pretty people, welcome to Simply Delish Duo. Today we will be making mushroom and peas risotto. So we will be using 3 cups of rice, about 1.5 cups of peas, green peas, some black pepper and dry parsley, about 2 cups of mushrooms, 3/4 cups of white wine, and about 1 cup of chopped onions.
We also have about 8 cups of chicken broth. Now we bought our broth at the store, like we didn't make it, but you can definitely make your own homemade chicken broth or even beef broth, but we are using chicken broth today.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm going to add into our hot pan, ready to go, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of butter with a bit of olive oil, and I'd probably say about 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Yeah, 2, 3. That looks like about 3 to me.
So
now we're just gonna make everything, brown.
Brown everything, melt the butter.
Yeah, I can say brown the butter, but melt the butter.
Yeah. So once the butter is all melted here, pretty much melted, add your onions and saute the onions. Until they're a nice golden color.
And at the same time, we will be adding the rice in because we want to cook the rice and the onions together.
So your rice goes in. And keep stirring because you don't want your rice to be sticking to the bottom of the pan.
Yeah, very important.
And you know, a trick is if it does kind of stick a little bit, if you find that it sticks, it shouldn't, but just in case, you could add just a little bit of broth in there to loosen it up a bit so it doesn't stick. But with the butter and the olive oil, it shouldn't stick.
So we do this for about 2 minutes, is saute the onions and the rice together.
And keep stirring so it doesn't stick. Okay, so I had this cooking for a couple minutes, always again stirring. At this time, you can actually add your mushrooms. Stir it all in. Once this is all stirred, you can incorporate your white wine in there. Oh, it smells delicious. That smells good.
I know it does.
And then again, with risotto, you can't leave and walk away from your stovetop. You should be continually stirring.
Stirring and stirring. So are you going to add that black pepper in yet, or when do you do that? Because we both have different recipes.
Yes,
to
we
this,
do.
So.
I actually, as soon as I have everything mixed, I'll add the black peppers. The peas will go in a little later because we don't want them to go mushy. So the peas will go in there a little bit later. So once we have this all stirred, I could add our black pepper and parsley. There's dry parsley. I think I mentioned that already. And stir again, keep stirring, because we will, in a few seconds here, start incorporating our broth. Okay, so at this time, what we're gonna do is lower the heat a bit, lower that temperature, and start incorporating the broth. Now, you don't want to put all of it in all at once because this goes in steps. So, here. So you stir it all together and the rice will start cooking now. So that water will start to evaporate quite fast. And once that water is evaporated, you continuously to add some more broth in there. Okay, so as I continuously been adding broth and constantly stirring, so you can see the rice is almost getting there and it's soaking up a lot of the broth. So again, keep adding the broth. And we will be adding the peas in just a few moments here. See, as you can see, it sticks very easy. If it doesn't get stirred, it'll stick to the bottom. So very important. Like we cannot emphasize more than enough how important it is to be stirring. Okay, so a lot of the broth has evaporated. So now I'm just going to lower the heat a little bit here. I'm going to put in our frozen peas. Well, mix those in. Peas don't take long to cook anyway, so. At this time, I'm going to put a little bit more broth and just use your judgment. If you see that it's soaking up quite a bit of the liquid, just add a little bit more. Okay, so and now I will be adding a little bit of Reggiano grated. I actually buy my chunks of cheese at Costco, the big chunks of cheese. I grate them and I freeze my Parmigiano Reggiano. So I just put maybe almost a fist size. So that I put it in Ziploc bags, back to the cheese. I put it in the Ziploc bags this way, close it up, and back in the freezer it goes. And stir, give it a good stir. I took it off the burner, and now the risotto is ready to serve. It smells so good. It looks good too. It smells delish. Okay.
And at this point, you can also top it off with some extra cheese. Parmigiano.
Yeah, which we will definitely do.
If you want. I know my husband's not a big fan of cheese, so.
You could top it off with some extra cheese. Yeah. Ready.
That looks really good. Thank you. This is our recipe for mushroom peas risotto. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe to
Simply
Delish
Duo. Bye for now.